Okay, I'm John Skelton Construction. Been in the building business for 40 years.
My name's Chris Van Staldinen, Black Diamond Builders. Been in the building industry for 10 years, 5 years as a custom home builder.
Hi, I'm Brent Lenson from Vandergreen Lumber. We're here in Linden, Washington today. I'm the purchasing manager at the lumber yard and have been involved in the building trades for 15 years.
Where we build in the Pacific Northwest, it's known for the rain.
A lot of water in this area.
Before AdvanTech Flooring, I used tongue group plywood because it was, at the time, the better of the product between OSB and plywood. We still had problems with exposure to the moisture.
Plywood had trouble with delamination and warping. Had to replace sheets.
AdvanTech, the first piece that we installed, the first nail that you drove into it, you could tell that it was a different and a better product. When with the nail gun you popped it and it left the nail head a little bit proud and had to go turn the pressure up.
Somebody came around and showed me the product and showed me the warranty, and I thought, well, it sounds pretty good, I'll give it a try. I'm always willing to try something new once.
Throughout the building process, you're always dropping stuff on the floor, and with plywood and OSB, by the end of the project, we'd always have some holes in the floor to fix where a piece of wood had punched through or something you drop off the roof had punched through the flooring, and with AdvanTech, I haven't had that problem yet. Plywood and OSB both were not as strong as the AdvanTech.
Well, we liked it. It was, it's pretty easy on the flooring. It's pretty easy to get down. It goes together easier than plywood. Plus, it's got all the lines are on it, so you don't have to mark sheets at which hand when it's wet, because you can't snap lines and stuff when it's wet. So it's nice for that.
The nail holding capability is very, very important. If the nails don't hold before we put any finished flooring down, you go through and you're banging nail heads down again. With AdvanTech, once you install it, you pretty well just forget about it.
Yeah, with the floor system, this has been down for 6 months, but the floor looks as good as the day we put it on. You can rub your foot across the seams and there's no, you can't even feel it. So with OSB, that would be all popped up, or even plywood would be.
The AdvanTech has held up really well in the wet environment here in the Pacific Northwest. We've had no issues with claims from sanding the product.
Products themselves carry a warranty greater than the one I'm offering on the house.
I need consistent products and reliable performance. It just saves you money for callbacks, and you hate going back and fixing stuff.
Basically, Huber's approach so far has been if it needs to be sanded, they'll pay twice the labor that involves to do that.
As far as prep work, it should save money on, for the flooring people. They usually charge like $50 an hour to come in and sand the floors and do the edging. So it should, from what I see here, there's very little, if any, sanding left to be done on this, and this should be a good test.
Another builder asked me about AdvanTech. I would recommend it, depending on, I guess, how close to the competitor he was.
I think the builders have trusted AdvanTech because it's worked so far. We've proven in the past year and a half that it works well with our wet climate here in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, I trust AdvanTech because what I've seen here. I mean, I think it's a real good test for us.
We cut a strap off, and I'm still carrying it in the back of my truck. It's been exposed to the weather for going on 2 years now, and it's still 3/4 of an inch thick. I've yet to see a piece of plywood or OSB that'll do that, and that's what has sold me on the product. It wasn't a sales pitch, it was just the product itself.